Hello there, I'm Aldrahill and welcome to some Total War Warhammer. I will admit, I completely missed Warhammer's release last year. Honestly, completely missed it. I've been playing Total War since Rome Total War, I think, since its initial release. And I love the series ever so much, but I completely and totally missed Warhammer. So I'm going to rectify that with a brand new blind playthrough of Total War Warhammer. This is going to be a series without my webcam because I thought, why not? Let's try and shake it up a little bit. If you want to see my gorgeous face and new haircut, do check out my other videos. But let's get into this. I'm really excited, and I've been looking at some of the people to play. Obviously, if you are an experienced person of Total War Warhammer, please do leave me a comment whenever you think I'm being a complete bloody idiot, and tell me what I should be doing instead, because I've honestly never played it before. Prepare thyself, the old world trembles and the ground shakes with marching armies, for there is naught but war. Make your race supreme against the rabble, the usurpers, and many enemies you encounter as you conquer. The ultimate of generalship and statecraft with the fate of the old world. Cool. Let's do it. So I've been really thinking to play as, well, I mean, there's loads of very cool nations, but I was deciding between Bretonnia or Greenskins. But then also these guys seem to have like the same thing. So we have Bretonnia, which is a feudal site protected by knights. Considered the most powerful heavy cavalry in the old world. It's Lurin Lunqua, the Grail Knight. Okay. Or Carcassonne, a lady in the lake. Her actions are guided by the goddess's will. Let's go Bretonnia. We get chivalry. Through the noble actions, Bretonnia dukes will benefit from powerful bonuses. Peasant economy, farm or fight. Peasants form Bretonnia's financial and military backbone. Equestrian-based unit roster with a host of fast-moving skirmish cavalry and heavy armored shot cavalry. Sounds like awesome playing. I think I'm really looking forward to playing this because obviously most of the war games don't have as much of a fantasy element to it, so I'm really excited to try out Warhammer finally. With Warhammer 2 coming out in a few months, I want to get a little bit of practice. So let's go.
King of Bretonnia.
Oh. So, King of Bretonnia, powerful melee fighter, has powerful ability Lion Shield. So some knightly vowels unlocked, camper movement speed and aura size 200%, additional starting units of Pegasus Knights, a field trebuchet and Grail Knights. Okay, let's take a look at the difficulty settings, because you do generally need to take a look at difficulty settings in these games. Battle settings, battle reason, no. Time limits, yes. Okay. Background: the Lionheart, who's the current king, having ascended to the throne following a unanimous vote of his peers. You can't really vote for a king. That's not really how voting works, but all right. From this capital Coron, the killing rules wisely and even-handed. The battlefield is deadly adversary. Basically, it's just sucking a stick a little bit. That's fine. Are there other options? No, it doesn't seem to detail other options. That's fine. I'm fine with this. Let's do it. I'm honestly just going to jump straight into it with... Obviously, the difficulty settings are going to be interesting. Manual saves not allowed. Let's stick to normal so we can try out our very first campaign as Total Warhammer. The Lord's campaign does not feature an opening battle. Are you sure you want to continue? Select a Lord with the campaign introduction to learn the basics of Total War Warhammer. Ah, piss off. I'm sure we'll be fine. Get out of here. Let's watch the beautiful opening cinematic. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It is no longer enough for the dukes to sit idle.
Uh-huh.
It is time for the flower of Bretonnia
Very Arthurian.
to unfurl and reveal its thorns.
Oh my goodness. Straight away I am propelled into fantasy. Is he gonna bang the lady in the lake? No? Oh, I wanted to see. Oh, griffins.
I come to his court with a wealth of knowledge
Uh-huh.
that will aid this errantry war.
Appreciated.
Like the Grail companions,
I think I might put a time link in here so you can skip this if necessary.
of Bretonnia will unite.
So basically I'm King Arthur of Britain. I mean, it is called Bretonnia, but I'm King Arthur. Right, okay. Oh my goodness. That is bloody gorgeous. Did he just stab a skeleton and it died? These walking animations are janky.
Feel lance tip and blessed sword.
Yeah!
Now is the age of chivalry and greatness. Now is the age of blood and battle.
And badass guys. Empire's Greenskin and Beastmen alike are right to run from the field when King Lon Lunkil, the Lionhearted, charged into the fray atop his noble hippogriff Bequest. But their doom is surely at hand. Wearing the blessed crown of Bretonnia, then wielding the legendary sword of Corone, forged from exquisite Bretonian silverine, the recently crowned King Llewellyn comes to smite evil from his lands with the eternal blessing of the Lady of the Lake. So basically, I'm just Arthur of Wessex. I should really play a Crusader Kings campaign as Arthur of Wessex. That'd be really fun. Ooh, dual campaigns. Here we go. Maybe it'll just freeze for a long time. That's great. I am super excited about this. I would say my favorite Total War game is Rome Total War or Empire Total War. Probably Empire, because I love that time period. So I am used to those kind of battles. So I imagine this is going to be massively different. I first played it when the game was being teased at PC Gamer Weekender in London, about 6 months prior to its release. I guess it must have been 2 years ago or something like that. Or a year and a half ago. And it was fun. It was weird, but fun. But I've never really been a Warhammer person. I never really played much Warhammer at all. So it's definitely going to be very interesting to see if I'm still good at this. Because I played quite a bit of Total War multiplayer. I was very good at Empire. A little bit. Oh, I was pretty obviously very good at Napoleon as well. It was basically the same, just some slight differences, like not having fire by rank. Thanks a lot, Creative Assembly. And I was a massive medieval Total War fan, 1 and 2. But now we'll just have to. Oh, it's frozen. Nope, it's back. Ah, well, this is Creative Assembly, and I am obviously recording this, so I imagine there's always going to be some slowdowns. I'll definitely put a timestamp in the video so you can just skip right past it. But I'm still very excited, because I'm very curious to see how different the playstyle is. Is there as much focus on economy as there is in other games? Is there... What's the battles... How do the battles feel? What's the kind of differences? Alright. Took long enough. Oh my goodness. The graphical quality. Okay. Why does my land look like a boring swamp?
To the east, the greedy merchant princes of Marienburg conspire.
That just sounds like a German... It's like Hamburg. Just like a German prince.
Observe that much wealth flows into Marienburg, but very little emerges.
No.
Further south,
What are you saying? Are you saying? What are you saying about them? That's not cool.
Vie for control of the peaks. Whoever wins may yet cause trouble for you, my lord. Beyond, the wood elves in their mysterious forest protect their homes.
Mysterious
Whilst
forest.
at the coast, the Duke of Bordello is as unpredictable.
But this is actually just France.
And as secretive.
This is literally just France.
Elsewhere, the unliving lords of Mousillon wage war against Morgan.
That's also a very French
The
name.
bickering dukedoms ignore the looming threat, and so it falls to you to act, my liege.
Alright.
Where united Bretonnia can face these growing perils, raise your banner, King Leonter, and
Of course he has a
drive this
raven.
evil from the world in the lady's blessed name.
Alrighty. Let's take a look and let's do this. It's pretty gorgeous.
My lord,
Oh, more talking.
Bretonnia have resided under
All right.
chivalrous code for many years.
Alright.
Honor this tradition. Build upon the great
Okay,
traditions
so my
of
lord,
the Breton.
attain 400 chivalry nightly and get 5,000 monies. Okay. So honor and chivalry are the driving forces for all Bretonians, calling an errantry war in their defense. Chivalry is increased through noble actions and heroic victories, and lost through dishonorable deeds. Your current chivalry level can be seen in the campaign interface at the top of the screen. Currently, I am 10. Okay. There is no greater benefit of chivalry in the assistance of the Green Knight. This legendary hero can be called upon in times of need to destroy those who oppose you. Peasants form the backbone of your army and economy, so be wary of using up your surplus by enlisting too many. Conquering new regions increases your surplus, enabling you to field more peasants in your armies without suffering a penalty to the farming economy buildings. Your current peasant economy surplus can be seen in the campaign interface at the top of the screen. So for each settlement you control, your armies can sustain an additional 2 peasant units, with your capital being able to sustain 8. When the peasants are recruited, they cannot continue working their farms. As such, farming income will decline should you recruit beyond your capacity. Your farms are working at full capacity. Upkeep minus 10% for all night units. Okay. I have 10 chivalry. Gain from winning battles, with greater victories getting more. It can be lost in unchivalrous actions such as sacking settlements or raiding. Your lord's traits also have a large impact. I summon the powerful Green Knight to aid you in your campaign. And I have 10. Leadership plus 2. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this.
Warrior King.
So we have Lon Lencure, the armor and shielded. bitchin' guy that he is. Alright. Oh, I don't care about this. No ma- Oh, he's just an infantry leader. Barded war... No mount, yet he has a barded warhorse. What? Aura size. Also, all knightly vows unlocked. Whoa, look at all these skills. Holy crap. We'll look at those later. Oh, this is actually his stats. Okay, cool. So they have men-at-arms who are expendable, which means they're very cheap to recruit, maintain, and replenish with poor leadership and easily to rout. Okay, fair enough. So they're sword infantry, and then we have peasant mob. I'm guessing that's the raise cut. That's their upkeep. Okay, and that's the number of people that it contains. And then we have the peasant mob are expendable with act infantry. So they're basically worse in every single way. But they have slightly more hit points. That's weird. Oh, because they have more people in them. Duh. Then we have spearmen at arms who are anti-large. They can kill units at least as large as a horse. They get damage bonus against larger attacks. A charge defense against larger foes. And they are also expendable. Okay, a lot of expendable units today. These guys are basically subjects that they have their higher defense, essentially. Then we get some peasant bowmen who have good range, poor accuracy, and poor leadership. I can disband them, merge them, or rename them. Okay. Next up, we get some Grail Knights, who are armor and shielded, living saints, and anti-large. Living saints who are sipped from the Grail, elevated by mere mortals there, what is best in men. Oh my. They're not as strong as my liege, of course, but that's okay. Alright. Then we have some Knights of the Realm, who are armored and shielded and anti-large. They seem basically the same, except, oh, they're much, much cheaper. They're basically worse, but they're cheaper as hell. And we have Knights Errant who are armored and shielded. Their guys are shot cavalry, and they're anti-infantry. So again, worse in general. They have an advantage against targets that are smaller than a horse. So basically, you put them into smash through light enemies. Okay, cool. Same thing here. And then you have Pegasus Knights, who are flying cavalry. Oh, damn. What? Well, that's interesting. They're flying cavalry, so I guess they can just run in and anti-large, and they're very fast. Very cool. And then we have some field trebuchets who have armor-piercing missiles. Okay. So sorry, guys, this is obviously quite a slow start for me because it's my first time playing. So we have a growth for our cities is 0 to 100 plus 70. Growth creates population surplus required to upgrade or settlement, letting construct additional buildings. Given a growth need for surplus is 100. So every turn I get 70, so 2 turns. Okay. Tax the province, meaning I lose control. It's deteriorating. They're an incursion at 100 turns. Oh, great. Untainted. Armies of the undead will suffer losses due to attrition when moving through these lands. Okay. These provide additional garrisons. Formed in an ancient elven stronghold many centuries ago, the city houses the palace and ruling court of King Leonkyr. Bitchin. Income from buildings. Basically just increases income per upgrade level. And additional construction slots, and also extra growth and control. Okay. Next up we have... Oh, we have a training field, which lets us get men-at-arms and spearmen-at-arms. This would allow us to... What is this? Shields. Oh, the same, but now they get shields. Oh, that's awesome. So we definitely want that. However, it requires a smithy, so we don't have that just yet. And here we can build a brand new building. What's this? We have 2 buildings. Ah, so you have a province capital and a secondary settlement within the same town. So they both have, they can construct buildings up to level 3. These guys also have fields for farming, which gives us income generation, peasant bowman, and peasant mob. Going up, it'll allow us, if we get a windmill, to get fire arrows and pox arrows for our bowmen. Very cool. And we also have a Breton fishery, which gives us a little bit of income. At level 3, we'll be able to get a fishing harbor, but we'll never be able to get a fishing port. That's cool. Very cool indeed. So what could we actually build? So we can get military recruitment here, which will allow us to get an additional training field. We already have that. Or it could allow us to get stables to get mounted yeomen and yeoman archers. And then Knights Errant, Girl Guardians, and such what's and who wears, and on and on. Okay? Or we could go military support and get a carpenter's workshop, which would give us... Oh. What? It would straight away allow us to have fire arrows. Okay. A Grail Shrine, which would give us a 10% chance of removing negative character traits of any lord, reduction in vampiric and chaos corruption, and also some garrison. And also a smithy. Ah, we definitely want a smithy, because it allows us to get better stuff, but also foot squires. Whoa, that's a big screen. Okay. So let's take a look at what foot squires are. Nope, doesn't allow us to see it. Okay, that's fine. Or we could get a windmill. Where are these arrows coming from? Go away. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh, so it just opens up in a main area. Okay, that's fine. Oh, if we go up, we get battle pilgrims and Grail Reliquae. Grail Reliquae. Okay. Not a lot of information here, but that's okay. Or we can go infrastructure, and it's basically just like farming, weaving house for extra income, a tap room for additional control. Okay. A pox shelter for casual replenishment and growth, which I assume just continues. Or a clay pit for 28 kiln pottery. Ah, interesting. Well, we definitely want to get a smithy, considering this is going to be our major, like, military center. Where's our ducat total? I don't know where my ducat total is. Oh, it's behind my camera. Whoops. Oh, then that's protected my income. So we go, my treasury is 5,110. So I actually have a camera currently at the moment. So obviously it's being blocked. So we have 5,010. So we can just build a smithy real quick. Because we definitely want to get that. Nice. And that puts us... Wow, that cost a lot of money. Okay. That's fine. Garrison details. So very heavy garrison. Building browser. Yes, yes, yes. And recruit lord or recruit hero. I'm guessing that means I recruit troops directly. Yeah, recruit troops directly. Global recruitment is only available when garrisoned or in the camp. So local recruitment. So we can either get more men at arms, a peasant mob. We currently have an income of 434. We only have 2 archer units, but we also, I think it'd be a good idea to try and get additional men at arms and additional spearmen, so as to get a bit more of a melee backbone. Wow, they cost like nothing. Oh, extra archers would be nice. Ah, there are more peasants. There we go. So if we do that. So caution, there are more peasants in your armies than your faction can sustain. So if I get that, that will push me over the edge. Okay. What's this? We have Florence Dubau, who is a damsel. Those with knowledge may summon a great gust of winds or fearsome arcs of lightning to harass their enemies. Interesting. Assassinate magical damage buildings. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so our objectives are ultimate campaign victory to gain 1,000 chivalry and complete the final errantry war battle. So we have to go through this quest chain. Okay, makes sense. Technology screen is some chivalric code, gives us 5 leadership, 5 armor, and 5 chivalry, or economic investment, get extra growth and extra settlements. I think it makes sense to go for economic investments first, right? You can only do one or the other. That's fine. Our treasury, fine. Our faction summary, basic stuff. We are at war with the Scaling, Skull Smashers, and Marienburg. Fair enough.
Relations with foreign powers may be managed.
Yes, indeed. So, hello.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
What kind of treaties can we get? So we have a non-aggression pact. Could we get a trade agreement? Awesome. So we have a little bit of a trade agreement.
Welcome, friends.
We are chill. Can we also have a trade agreement? Nice. It'll give us just a little bit more monies. Okay. So that seems like a good idea. Let's control S to make a quick save. And I mean, it seems to make sense. They seem to be pushing me towards going to Marienburg. So I mean, that does make sense. So let's get over there. How long will it take to get there? You cannot attack in your current stance. Double left click to initiate diplomacy.
It is late in the day for Bretonnia.
We're at war.
Running on their ponies, demand.
What? What do you mean current stance?
Who calls?
Ah, situation mustering. Builds up this army strength. You currently have units queued for recruitment. Removing everything from the queue will cancel mustering stance. Ah, because I have a queue. Okay, so let's get rid of that. There we go. So currently our stance is none. We can go to stance rating and we lose chivalry. We can move at half speed and gain control and growth reduction, immune to attrition. Ah, so mainly it's by being immune to attrition. To an ambush stance, so we can't really do that, but hidden. Or we can just do march. Recruitment disabled, vigor in battle tiled initial, so we can go 50% faster. Let's do it.
Unwise.
Alright. Got that. I think we'll send this lady over here. Let's see what we can make of this. Alright. Got our first technology going. I think we're cool. Can we not recruit units directly here, or do we have to recruit a new lord or hero to do so? Yes, it seems that we actually need to recruit a lord directly, otherwise we're not able to build more troops. That's unfortunate. Okay, well that's fine. So we could get a new lord, an armor shielded dude, a prophetess. Lots of prophetesses. Virtue of heroism. Anyone a little bit cheaper? No? Okay, fine. They're basically the same. We don't have a spellcaster yet, so maybe we should get a spellcaster. A little bit pricier to maintain, though. Well, let's get a spellcaster and see what happens.
Devotee of the lady.
Hello. And we'll recruit one peasant mob.
Willingly.
Cool. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You may still issue a commandant to one of your province capitals. Oh. Commandments. Make the effort to rouse population enemies to better serve your ends. By a faction to a province that controls completely. Provide additional powerful bonuses and may be issued from the province's info panel. Okay. Recruit here. Oh, wait. Commandments. The Peasant's Day, duty, growth 15. Extensive patrols, recruitment costs, and local recruitment capacity. Levy tithes, tax rate, realm of chivalry, research rate, and construction cost reduction. Or venerate the lady. Ooh, that sounds dirty. I mean, growth isn't really going to be helpful. It's still going to take 2 turns. So, let's just reduce construction costs. Troops costs. No, let me click her.
What is your behest? At once. Yes.
Let's get some peasant mobs. Alright, there we go. Commandments have been given. Let's see what happens. Stuff. Okay, so far, very good speed. Oh, I'm very happy with that. It's a really nice speed. Listing too many to a bolster, your forces will cut income in cross of your... Okay, that makes sense. Use those lance fodder to be sacrificed in battle for working fields to improve economy. That makes sense. Greenskin and unpleasant land. Your people live in fear of evil stalks fair Bretonnia. The Greenskins infest the mountains and forests, harass the raid surrounding villages for ever-growing violence. Now they mass in the hills, and people fear a greater incursion. Control is decreasing across the line as a result. Ah, so we lose 20 control because there are Greenskins around in the hills. In the hope that they tire and go back to their hideouts or lead a force to destroy their settlements and end their attacks and wipe them out for good. Okay. Okay, so there's like continuous effects that affect you throughout your game. That takes 20 turns. Jesus. Columns are working currently at full capacity, which means upkeep is reduced. So that's good.
Your behest?
Who rules this faction? Ah, so these guys are actually the goblerinos. Are these goblins? Greenskins, yes. So we do actually want to wreck their face and eat their brains. So that's fine.
I have seen your heart.
We're trading with these guys, aren't we?
I have seen the way.
Let's just see what happens, I suppose. What's this? There's a 4 turns of growth 4th. Okay, cool. So I mean, I guess we attack and we siege Marienburg, right? So we can also go in camp, which means movements disable, we gain melee defense and immune to attrition. So we'll go normal. Okay.
I shall prevail. The
Awesome.
enemy city is fortified, my lord.
Weapons. Prepare your warriors for a long siege. Alright.
Prepare your warriors for a long...
So we have a pretty big army. The greater proportion of yellow in this bar, the greater the military superiority your army hosts than your opponent. What the fuck? Why are they so much stronger? The total labor force used to construct siege engines using your upcoming assault. The size of your army determines the amount of labor available during a siege. The higher the larger the army, the more labor. Okay, makes sense. And there's 6 labor forces per turn. So a siege tower protects units intending to assault settlement walls. And a battering ram is used to break the gates. Ah, what? We have all that. We have total labor force, but it's still gonna take 1,000,000 turns to do. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to wait a long amount of time if we want to do this. Then that's unfortunate. 5 turns. What the fuck? Okay. They don't really have that. They do have a pretty large army, actually. So maybe we'll make a decision about whether or not to fight in the next episode, because that's going to be the end of the first episode. Do be sure to check out all the other series I have on my channel, and do also leave me a like and a comment. Let me know what you think of the series. Are you looking forward to seeing more episodes? What would you like me to do? Do you have any advice for me? Things you think that I should change? Things you think I should be doing instead? Because again, this is my first campaign in Warhammer, or Total War Warhammer. Total Warhammer? Maybe that's better. So I was Aldra Hill, and I'll continue to be, and this has been some Total War Warhammer. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys at the next episode. Bye-bye.